Hello everyone. Today I am discussing a relational database management system. This topic is very important and it should be maintained database. So first we should know it. What is relational database management system? So a relational database management system maintain the relation between database. So first of all we should know about database. Now database is what? Database is a collection of data. Like for example, a student have database, different students name, every record, the collection of record is called database. So database may be defined as a collection of interrelated data stored together in several multiple applications. So collection of data may be employee database also there. We can also maintain employee database. We can also maintain uh, bank database. We can also maintain MPB database. So that thing is called database. Now next important thing, when we are maintaining the database, it should be maintained, it should be managed by any system, and that is called database management system. So DBMS is that. DBMS refer to database management system. It can manage, it can create the database, alter the database, store the database, and we can maintain in that database. We can maintain records, insert the record, delete the record, update the record, or retrieve the record. We can maintain all things in DBMS. So it is a software that is responsible for storing, manipulating, maintaining, utilizing, inserting, deleting, updating, everything we can perform it in that database. So this is the most important thing. This thing is very important. A database along with the database management system is referred to a database system. Now, important thing, how the system can be managed. A database is there that, for example, a student database is there, and we can manage the system through the system. How it manage? We can storing the data, we can storing the database, we can utilize the database, we can insert the database, we can delete the database, we can insert the record, we can delete the record, everything we can perform. So there are three types of DBMS basically. One is, we can say, three DBMS. One is HDBMS, that is called hierarchical database management system. Second is NDBMS, network database management system. And next is RDBMS, that is relational database management system. Now, relational database management system is very important because we should maintain the relation between database, and we can maintain between two tables or two or more tables. Example of these are relational database example: Oracle, MySQL Server, MySQL, Sybase, Postgres, SQLite. These are the example of RDBMS basically. Now, purpose of the database, the purpose basically to reduce the redundancy. Now, the meaning of, what is the meaning of redundancy? The meaning of redundancy means it will remove the duplicate thing. It will remove the duplicate thing so that we can maintain the database, uniquely identify a row in a table. So that is the meaning of redundancy. That means duplicate data, remove it automatically. Database control inconsistency. That means when two copies of the same data do not agree to each other, then it is called inconsistency. That means similar format should be there, and we can maintain consistent data, not inconsistent. For example, if I'm maintaining the data in the form of name, address, mobile number, serial number, everything, one copy, and another copy I'm maintaining name, address, marks, marks two is not maintained first. So you should maintain a specific format and consistent data with a specific approach. For example, if I want to enter the name, so you should enter the name with all three formats: name in capital letter, first names, last name, and middle name. So inconsistency means consistency should be maintained. Database facility, sharing of data. The database can be shared so that it will access anywhere. For example, if I'm working on system number 1, and I want to access the data in system number 4. So whatever database I am operating, it will access on system number 4. So that is the meaning of sharing the data. The data will be shared in system number 4. Second, database ensures security. Security means protection. Protection should be maintained. So unauthorized person cannot access the data. That is the meaning of security. Now next is database maintain integrity. Integrity means we can maintain some rules and regulations. For example, if I want to enter date only a specific format, like here we have written date cannot be like 25/25/2000. That means day should be maintained between 1 to 31, month should be maintained between 1 to 12, and year may be maintained anything. So that is the meaning of integrity. It should be maintained some rules and regulations. Then database enforcement standard, some standard format should be maintained in the database. Now next is relational database model. Relational database I have already explained. The database model maintains some relation between two or more tables, so that's why they can maintain the relation. A relational database model data is organized into tables. So this is the meaning of table. I'm just writing it like this one, this one, this one. This is called row. This is called column. Number, name, address, phone number. These four things we can maintain. So this is called field or column name, and this is called row or record. So a row in a table represent relationship among set of values. This is called row, like one, ABC. ABC is given name. Column represent field or attribute. So this is called field or attribute. Field or attribute. For example, if you want to store details of student and roll number, name, class, section, etc. will be the column attribute, and the collection of all column information will become a record or row. So whatever value we are giving in the column field, that is called row, and whatever value, whatever we are heading assigning it, that is called column. Next table we can also see. Now this one, this one, this one, these all are column. They are called column. And this is called record, row. This is called row. Row or tuple. So row or tuple is same, column or attribute is same. So this is record. 5 records are there in first table, and 4 records are there in second table. Then come to the next point. Byte, a group of 8 bytes is used to store a character. Data item. Data item means field. Whatever field is there, like name, address, phone number. This is called employee number, employee name, gender, column name, column attribute, column data item. The smallest unit of name data, it represents one type of information, often refers to as field or information. Record. Collection of data item which represents complete unit of information. For example, this is row and the complete thing is called record. This is first row, first record. Second row, second record. Third row, record. 5 records are there. 5 rows, that means 5 records. Collection of row and column is called table. So this overall is called table. There are 2 tables. One is employee table, another one is department table. Employee number, employee name, gender, department number, salary, and commission are attribute or column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ankita, Sujit, Vijaya, row, that is called record. Collection of row and column is called table. Again, field data item required 5 bytes. Data item means this thing, value. Record, these are record 10, 20, 30, 40, and this overall is called table. This is also called field name, attribute, or column. Now, most common RDBMS previously I have already discussed, like RDBMS MySQL, Oracle, IBM DB2, MySQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. But in our code, MySQL is there, so we'll discuss it. MySQL. MySQL. SQLite also there. So run virtually all platforms including Linux, Unix, Windows. So MySQL is a very popular RDBMS, relational database management system, very popular RDBMS. So that's why we are normally we use MySQL. Or it is very easy to learn. So that's why MySQL is using SQLite DBMS, but it is not client server database relational rather than it's embedded into program. So that's why we are not using SQLite. PostgreSQL, again, not very important. So next is various terms used in relational. A relational table is a matrix like structure arranged in row and column. So whatever value is there, that is called in row and column. Next is all row in a relation are distinct. No two identical row records are present in the same. That means no two records are same. Ordering of rows, records, or column fields are immaterial. That means maybe sequence maintain it, but maybe order is different. Domain, it is a collection of value from which the value is derived from a column. That is called domain. Whatever value is giving it, collection of value from all the values derived from column. So whatever values is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these all are basically record or tuple, and the overall thing, overall value is called domain. Attribute field, we know it. Domain of a table is called attribute field, or degree number of columns, attribute in a table. So in previously 2 tables we have seen it 5 columns, so that's why 5 degree. Cardinality represents number of records. Whatever number of records is called cardinality. This is just an example degree of a table. Cardinality, attribute, tuple, data types of book, quote, and price. Now suggest see. Degree of table. Just see degree number of column, attribute in a column. 1, 2, 3, 4. Book code, book name, publication, price. This is the degree. Cardinality of a table. Records 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 records. The cardinality is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is called degree. Then attribute again. Attribute is also 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuple. Tuple means record. That means row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Data type of book code and price. Book code is basically varchar data type and price is numeric data type. Numeric means integer. Now concept of key, a very important thing. Primary key, candidate key, alternate key, foreign key. See, in every relation, one column should be maintain uniqueness and that column should not maintain repeated value or redundant value. So we can maintain it primary key. That means uniquely identify in a row. So we understand the concept. In relation, each record must be unique. No two identical records are allowed in the database. That means two records we cannot say same. Like employee number, name, gender, department number, salary, commission. If first name is this, then second we cannot maintain Ankita F 10, salary 20,000, 1200. So meaning is two identical column are not same. A key attribute identifies the record and must have unique value. There are various types of key: primary key, candidate key, alternate key, foreign key, and unique key also. Primary key. A set of one or more attributes that can identify a record uniquely in the relation is called primary key. There may be only one primary key in a table. We can maintain on a one column or more than one column so that we can maintain primary key. But primary key, single primary key, we can maintain it in a table. There can allow only distinct, no duplicate value and no force, mandatory, not null. That means it should be not null and it should be maintain uniqueness record. Candidate key. In a table, there can be more than one attribute which becomes unique value. These columns are known as candidate keys. They are the candidate for primary. Now, first understand it. Employee number, employee name, gender, department number, salary. So in this table, we can say employee number, we can maintain it primary key. And employee number and department number, we can think it should be a candidate key. Because both we can maintain it. Candidate key are those key which maintain uniqueness value. We are not giving or we are not assigning any value. So we can maintain two or maybe another column also. We can take it for maintain uniqueness. So in a table, there are more than one attribute which contains unique value. These columns are created. Among this database, and select one as a primary key based on the requirement. Like candidate key, we can select primary key from candidate. For example, I have already given like two attributes we can maintain uniqueness. For example, if any table is there, we can maintain four columns. We can maintain uniqueness. So four column are candidate key, and when whatever key we have assigning it on a single column or composite single column, that is called primary. Alternate key. Now just see this previous example. If I say this one and this one is candidate, and only this I am giving it primary. So alternate key are those keys, the remaining candidate key except primary key. The definition is, listen very carefully and understand very carefully. Remaining candidate key except primary key is called alternate. So in case of multiple candidate key, one of them will select primary key and rest columns as serves as alternate key. Remaining key except candidate except primary key is called alternate key. The candidate key which is not a primary key is alternate. Now foreign key. Foreign key. It is used to create relationship between two tables. That means when we are maintaining primary key or when we are giving primary key, it should be maintained minimum 2 columns. It is a non-key attribute whose value is derived from the primary key of another. Foreign key column for the value in primary key of another table is present, then entry will be allowed, otherwise data will be rejected. So let us understand in next slide. Like first I say in this department number is primary key in this base table. This is primary key in employee table. Now same primary key value we are giving in another table. Whatever value is here, the same value is here. So that is called foreign key department number. Here it's foreign key. Now the definition, foreign key is that key which can maintain between two tables. This is first table and second table. Second thing, one column should be common. Department number is column common in this department. Third thing, in first table department number is primary key and in second table it is a foreign. Fourth thing, whatever record we can maintain in first table, it should be only maintain that record. That means we cannot enter value 60 in this table. We cannot maintain 70 in this table. Reason, whatever value we have given in a primary table, in employee table, we cannot enter other values. So that is the most important thing. I hope this concept is clear and everyone clear this thing. From the above table definition, we can determine that department number column of table is derived its value department number of table. So we can say that department number of table is foreign key, whose value depending on primary key column. Now referential integrity. Concept is clear. Foreign key, primary key, foreign key, candidate key, alternate key. These 4 keys clear. I hope. Referential integrity again. Referential integrity always maintain in when we are giving like foreign key, not null. This type of values we can giving. That is that time we can say maintain, because integrity mentions some rule. So ensure to ensure relationship between records in related tables are valid and user don't accidentally delete or changes the related table. So whatever rules we are giving, it should be valid. Referential integrity can be applied when master tables column in a primary key or has a unique value. The related field of the same data should be maintained some same data. So referential integrity, it should be maintained some rules and regulations. Now come to the next point. You cannot enter a value in child table, which is not available in master table. That means I have already explained in that foreign key. You can enter whatever value you have entered it. The same value you can enter it here. I have already explained it, like if you want to insert 50 and 60 plus 50 and insert 60, we cannot insert it. It should be first insert in primary table, then we can enter it in second table. You cannot delete a record from the master table with matching records existing in relation. Yes. Suppose, for example, if any record is there in the derived table or child table, then delete value in master table. Like we cannot enter 10, 20, 30, 40. We cannot enter value of 10 in master table because this table value is already defined. You cannot modify or change in a primary key value. Obviously, we cannot change primary key value in related table, or we can say derived table. So now we come to the next point. MySQL again, RDBMS. It is a freely open RDBMS. In MySQL, information is stored in table. Every RDBMS store information in the form of table. It provides feature that supports secure environment for storing, maintaining, and accessible data. It is fast, reliable, scalable alternative to many of the commercial RDBMS today. Created and supported by MySQL. The chief inventor of MySQL was Michael Vidinius. MySQL has been named after Munsey's daughter. The logo of MySQL is dolphin and the name of dolphin is Sakila. So this is the brief history of MySQL. MySQL database refers to the combination of MySQL server instance and MySQL database. It operates using client-server architecture in which the server runs on the machine containing the database. MySQL is a multi-user database system. Server listen clients request coming in the over phone and access the database as per requirement, provide requested information to the client. The clients are the program that connect to the MySQL server and send requests to the server. Actually, client, we can maintain it client, how to open it, how to do it. Features, speed is very fast. This is the very most important thing. In overall RDBMS, comparatively, the speed is fast, easy of use. It is very easy for learning purpose. Very easy. It can be managed from command line or GUI. The cost is free of cost, basically an open source. You can download from mysql.org. It supports query language, means all query we can run it. Portability can be run on any platform and supported by various compilers. Support all data types like number, character, varchar, date. Because 4 data types are always available in every RDBMS, like number, character, date, and varchar. Now next is security. Security is good. Offer privilege and password system very flexible. Scalability and limit can handle large database. We can maintain large database. Millions of records we can maintain. Connectivity. Clients can connect to MySQL using driver. Localization. The server can provide error message to clients in many languages. Client and tools. Provide several clients and utility programs like MySQL dump and MySQL admin, GUI tools. Now, how to open it? Like there are 2 options. One is when you are using MySQL server, MySQL client, you can access it. Or if you want to open it direct MySQL from, you can also maintain it. So both the approach, I'm using it practically. So just see carefully, very carefully. First, type it MySQL, and you can use it MySQL command line client. Now this client is called password is there. Always remember root is the username and root is the password. So it requires root. This is the stream, and you can run the command like show databases. This command we can run. This is the first approach which you can directly maintain it. So remember what I have opened. I have opened it MySQL command line client. This is the first approach which you can maintain. Now one another approach, suppose if you have use it MySQL JScript. I am closing it. For closing, you can write it exit. Another approach. MySQL shell. Click on that. Now MySQL JS will open. That stands for JavaScript shell. Now if you want to convert it MySQL, so how to do it? You can minimize it, open it command prompt CMD, click on CMD. Now you can come out from CD backslash. Now just see it where your MySQL is installed. So I'm just going it C colon program file MySQL server bin. Now you can copy it. Control C, and you can this thing you can apply on SQL prompt command prompt. Type it CMD CD backslash CD. Then you can write it MySQL /u root and dash p / not. Root is the username and p is the password. Now again you can write it root. This is the second approach which I am using it. So both the shell I have opened it. Just see it. This both the shell will open. So this is the second approach we can use. That means MySQL server you can install it from mysql.org. It depends on you want to install 64-bit or 32-bit. And you can again type it that command show databases. Show database. This thing you can do it. This is the first command. Now next is again MySQL prompt is there. You can write it quit or exit. I have already explained it. Again I am quitting it. QUIT. Bye. Then MySQL and MySQL. See, SQL is the structure query language. SQL stands for structure query language. MySQL is the name of the RDBMS. Is a language that enable you to create and operate on relational database. MySQL uses SQL in order to access databases. That means MySQL is RDBMS. It is the standard language used by almost all database, pronounced as SQL. Original version was developed by IBM Element Research Center. Latest ISO standard SQL was released in 2008. Now processing capability of DDL, DML, DCL, everything. So DDL stands for data definition language given in SQL. Number one, data manipulation means DML, data manipulation language. View authorization. Integrity, transaction control. this thing we can maintain it. Now, data definition language, data manipulation language, just see it, and we'll also discuss next lecture also. It allows to create a database objects like creating table view or any other database object. The information created object are, so data definition language means this command is related to the database and table. Database and table. Database and table. It allows to create database object like creating table, view, or any other database. Data dictionary contains metadata about it. While creating the table, allow specify name of the table, attribute, data type of each attribute may define range of values that attribute can store. Major commands of DDL are create, alter, drop. Create table, alter table, and drop table. This practical we will implement it in next video. All DDL and DML. DML, I'm just shortly describe it. It is related to the record. DDL is related to the table. DML is related to the record. Record means insert the record, delete the record, retrieve the record, and update the record. Modification means update the record, deletion means delete the record, retrieval means select the record, insert means insert the record. Two types of DML is there, procedure and non-procedural. Non-procedural, we are whatever is select, insert, update. These all four things is non-procedural. Procedural, we have to specify differently. So yeah, I hope this thing is clear and this concept is clear in this video. If you have any query, you can ask in a comment box, or you can also write it on my number. That's all. Thank you.